Good afternoon, sir, to our panelists, to our classmates. Thank you for this opportunity to present our study. Before we start, we prepared a prayer for us.
Dear God, thank you for the opportunity to meet together. Please help us to come together to make this institution reflect your kingdom. Breathe life into our ideas and decisions. Help us build a team that has love and respect at its heart. Give us the strength to continue working for your kingdom in this time of pandemic. Lord, come give us the inspiration to be the best we can be. May we be a shining example of your goodness and truth within, wherever we are. Inspire our thoughts, discussions, and ideas, and continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the pursuit of truth for the greater glory of you. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for that graceful words. Before we proceed to the presentation, I'm calling Mr. Tagana to introduce our study.
So we are the fourth year students of Bachelor Industrial Technology. We are the group 1 of section F. Our study entitled The Consumer's Behavioral Response on Electricity Energy Savings. And we will present now our background of this study, statement of the problem, scope and delimitation, conceptual model, and research design.
Background of the study. First, electricity pricing is one of the basic factors of energy-saving behaviors. This lies in the fact that electricity is one of the basic assets, and it is generally known that electricity is highly inelastic in terms of price. Inelastic is an economic term referring to the static quantity of a good or a service when its price changes. Inelastic means when the price goes up, consumers' buying habits stay the same, and when the price goes down, consumer buying habits also remain unchanged. However, the elasticity coefficient might have changed over time due to the changes in energy inefficient requirement standards for electric devices, according to Podberger in Electricity Prices and Consumer Behaviors. Case Study Siberia. 2. As the knowledge and information about electricity energy saving behavior expand, the concern toward the saving energy are also becoming popular. On this way, it will help everyone to indulge in electricity energy saving. According to Hasim Halim, education is often a medium used to promote such pro-environmental behavior, such as energy-saving behaviors, more specifically, electricity energy-saving behaviors in this study. Any behavioral change is commonly attributed to knowledge, skills, and values. Studies have examined the relationship between education and behavioral change, and how education can induce pro-environmental behavior. This suggests that education plays an important role in influencing a pro-environmental behavior.
Those persons who believe in climate change are the ones who always do a right ways to avoid making mistakes. Working from home has impact the electricity when pandemic days has greater use of electricity because of the big number of unemployed workers that spend more time in their houses. The importance of this study was to determine that electricity energy saving behavior response of consumer of Manila Electric Company within the Metro Manila area.
Understanding your electricity consumptions could help to reduce wasting energy in a long run. According Ayola 2020, define awareness as to be aware means to know, to realize or have knowledge and understanding that something is happening or exists. This study shared the same objective as the current study, which is determining the behaviors of the consumers on using electricity. This could help the researcher and current study to study, critique if awareness is the major solution to be electricity energy savings conscious. The potential for enhancing energy efficiency with policies and programs designed to educate consumers and encourage them to alter their daily habits without resorting to large-scale structural improvements by Carnago 2021. And this topic will provide ideas about the importance of structural investments, including upgrading and retrofits of appliances, and even those possible policies or programs that can be applied for the current study. Appropriate policy interventions and programs can be designed to promote sustainable changes in behavior and encourage investment in structural improvements.
Statement of the problem. The main purpose of this study was to determine the electricity energy saving behavior response of the respective participants from consumer of Manila Electric Company o Meralco within Metro Manila area. Major objectives. The main objectives of our study is to uncover of what are the strategies, concerns, and measurements of Meralco consumers on electricity energy saving and other different factors affecting the behavioral aspect toward electricity energy saving. The study specifically sought to answer the following questions. Number 1. What are the non-user friendly technology used in the respondent's household? This will determine those non-efficient technologies they are using. Number 2. What other energy-saving measures are respondents aware of? This will dig out their awareness towards saving energy. Number 3. What are the different strategies to encourage respondents to save electrical energy? The study will learn those best techniques to persuade other participants to indulge in energy saving. And lastly, number 4. What are the legal policies and legislative measures respondents are aware of? This will also determine if the knowledge and awareness to the policies and legislative measures can affect their behavioral response in energy saving.
Scope and delimitation. In this study, we aim to express every little reaction of Meralco's consumers and how will they act every time they are engaging all of saving energy electricity. Their behavior are important to identify the genuine purpose of the study. Also, we are aiming to point out every strategies, concerns, and measurements of the customers, and so it will be easy to identify what are the factors affecting to the consumers demeanor regarding to electricity saving energy. We intend to gather 16 volunteers consumers of Meralco who's living in Metro Manila through sampling method. The study will cover the year of 2021 and 2022.
As you can see, this is the conceptual model of the study that we created, which presents the determination of consumer behavioral response on electricity energy savings. The said model contains input, process, and output. The input contains the interview protocol and the participants. The process presents the one-on-one in-depth interview and data analysis. The output display the consumer behavioral response on electricity energy saving.
This chapter discusses the method of research that will be used, the source of data, the data gathering instrument, and the statistical treatment that will be applied. This research is mainly carried out the qualitative research. According to Structure 2021, qualitative research is expressed in words. It is used to understand concept, thoughts, and experience. This type of research enables to gather in-depth insight on topics that are not well understood. Commonly, the qualitative methods include interviews with open-minded questions, observation described in words, and literature reviews that explore concepts and theories. That's why we choose qualitative research in this study. Furthermore, this research uses a semi-structured where the interviewer does not strictly follow a formalized list of questions.
Sources of data. The participants having a knowledge pertaining to our topic will be chosen for this study. The sampling method we will use are purposive, convenience, and snowball. In convenience sampling method, it is a type of non-probability sampling in which people are sampled simply because they are convenient in terms of collecting the data. In a purposive sample is where a researcher selects a sample based on their knowledge about the study and population. The participants are chosen based on the purpose of the sample and based on the topic chosen. Snowball sampling is usually used in cases where there is no pre-calculated population, uh, which are difficult for researchers to access. In data gathering instrument, we are choosing to use the semi-structured interview. So in semi-structured interview allows the informants the freedom to express their views, their opinions, their thoughts, their perception, their own terms.
The data gathering procedure. The prepared interview questionnaire will be validated by electrical and English professor and also a psychology researcher. After the interview questionnaire was approved, the researchers were asking permission for the respondents to be a part of the study. Then once they agreed, it will now proceed to schedule the interview based on their availability. Then after the data is gathered, the responses of the respondents in the in-depth interview will be organized, analyzed, and interpreted.
Thematic analysis is a qualitative data analysis method that involves reading through a dataset and identifying patterns and meaning across the data. It is applicable in our study because the main objective of our study are the response of the consumers. Thematic analysis is a method that strengthens one's research. The advantage of thematic analysis is that the approach is unsupervised, while the disadvantage of it is the approach is phrase-based. The 6 steps in thematic analysis are: familiarize yourself with your data, assign preliminary codes to your data, search for patterns of themes of your code, review themes, define and name themes, and lastly, produce your report.